and welcome to your reputation marketing training. And in this video, we'll be teaching you your role in reputation marketing with your company. And on previous trainings, we talked about how to create a great reputation marketing strategy. And step one in creating a great reputation online is really to develop a 5-star reputation. And your role is critical in doing this. It's not just enough for someone to pay you a compliment and what a great job you did or the great experience they had with your company. You need to encourage them to actually go and tell the whole world about their great experience by them posting a review online, and specifically being able to post that review to your private review page. Now, there's a lot of different ways to be able to collect reviews that we talked about, and I'm sure there's some new ways that you can use in your specific business to do that as well. So you really want to engage with your staff and your management team to be able to do that. Now, step two is to be able to take that reputation and leverage it to market that online in all different types of sales and marketing media. Now, we went over a few, but it's important that you also engage your team and your management staff to be able to encourage them to be able to use these reviews in other ways that we weren't able to discuss in these short trainings. So you can play an active role in really creating a great reputation marketing strategy. And in step three of your marketing strategy is to manage that reputation. And we're going to talk a little about how to manage that reputation by responding and engaging with your customers when they give good reviews and when they give bad reviews. And the fourth step of your reputation marketing strategy is to create a reputation marketing culture. And this is important, that everybody engages with your team and your staff and individuals that you work with, and keep top of mind how important it is that when you work with customers, whether you're in the accounts payable or accounts receivable, whether you're on the sales force or fulfillment, whether in management or the technical side, that whenever you're working with customers, that you engage them to give first class service so they have a great experience, and they will be able to give you a great review online, and that will also lead back to building that 5-star reputation as well. So you always want to make sure that you're creating a top of mind culture in your office and in your business to be able to really focus on how powerful reputation marketing can be for you and your business. So let's talk a little bit about how to respond to good reviews and bad reviews. And yes, you should always respond to all reviews. See, it's not enough when someone puts a really good review online. You want to let them know how much you appreciate them in doing that. You really want to promote good behavior, because when people see that you're engaged with the marketplace, they want to engage with you. So you also want to make sure that you point out the hard work that it took to get your business to this level, to get your department to do that activity in order for them to have a great experience. Because when we respond to reviews, here's the key. You're not really responding to the person leaving the review. You're responding to all the people that are going to be reading the review later that are your potential customers. So even if someone leaves a good review, you want to make sure you respond and that you're appreciative. You point out all the hard work and make sure you thank them for leaving a great review. And lastly, a great strategy is to reward good behavior. When someone leaves a really great review, you can incentivize them and thank them by doing something really special for them. Now, that's how you should respond to all your good reviews. But more importantly than that is, how do you respond to bad reviews? So I want to give you 5 strategies to respond to bad reviews. First of all, you want to be empathetic and not defensive. You want to let them know that you understand the problem, that you understand that they might not have a good experience. You want to be on their side of the equation and not be defensive and maybe place blame, or you want to take full responsibility for that. And remember, it's important to understand that you're not responding to these reviews specifically for them, but others that will read this review later on. My wife and I were actually looking for a hotel, and we actually saw a good hotel that we wanted to stay in, but we checked out the reviews. They had some recently bad reviews. And the interesting thing is, every single one of those bad reviews were responded to by management. They were sincere, they were empathetic, and when you really read the reviews, some of the issues that they were talking about were really outside management's control. For example, at the hotel, there was a huge celebration party going on, and people were complaining about it being loud all through the night. Well, management said that they actually went to those individual rooms and they asked them to calm down. And then what they did is they threatened them that if they didn't, that they would actually not allow them to stay another night. So that was a great response back about the complaint that the customer had. So even though they got a bad rating, the fact that they responded appropriately, we actually went and stayed at that hotel. So be empathetic, don't get defensive. Also engage the customer. Show that you're sincerely interested in understanding and correcting the problem. Create a personal dialogue to show others that you're interested as well. Remember, if others have a bad review, want to put in complaint, you want them to first realize that you're willing to respond to that. So you'll find that the criticism isn't as harsh, that they're really trying to get their point across, and maybe they just want you to respond to make it better for them. And lastly here, know when to say when. There are just some customers that are just, let's face it, they can just never be helped. Their expectations are so out of whack, they're so often never land, and so make sure that you know when to say when and those types of customers and who they really are. And then you might want to even consider a refund, a discount, or a free offer. Now it's important that you don't always resort to this or let it go public, because if you give a free night stay or 50% discount or a refund and you put that online, then others might think, hey, if I just leave a bad review, I'll get my money refunded too. You want to engage them to say, we'd like to do something special for you. Please give us a call. Please engage us. And then, but have a protocol behind the scenes that when they do call up and engage, that you give them something which you can turn that bad review into a good review. One of the great strategies you can use to turn bad reviews into good reviews is to be able to give a great refund, discount, or free offer, because anyone can go into their profile and actually update the review and either delete it or change it. So these are some great strategies how to respond to bad reviews. Now let me give you some templates, some kind of copy and paste processes that you can instantly apply. First of all, step one, when you respond, let them know that they have been heard. For example, please accept our sincere apologies for, and state the problem. When a customer takes the time to leave a review online, we listen. We want to apologize for and state the problem. We hear you loud and clear. Your feedback is more than understandable. Another way you can respond and let them know that they've been heard is to say, we apologize for the unfortunate experience and regret that even happened at all. So right up front, be responsive. Let them know they've been heard. Now the next way to respond is after you let them know they've been heard, is you can respond by identifying how you're going to make an effort to make it better. For example, at our business, we work hard every day to ensure our customers' needs are being met. We take time each and every day to make sure our customer suggestions are taken into consideration. We appreciate that you took the time to let us know, and we'll be implementing your suggestion in the near future. When our team falls short of a customer, walks away dissatisfied, then we have a real problem and we want to make sure we fix it immediately. So I hope you can see this type of language and how empathetic it is, and making sure that you're going to be making efforts to really correct the problem. Now remember, not all reviews are done online. Customers can come to you face to face and they can say something very bad of the experience that they had, and you can use this exact same strategy to disarm them and to turn that bad experience into a great experience. So once you've told them that they've been heard, and now you've identified how you're going to make efforts to turn or correct the situation, the last thing you want to do is incentivize them to engage with you again. For example, our team would love another chance to impress you like we've done with thousands of other customers. Please call us at, and we can help. We'd like you to visit us again so you can see the difference your review made. Call us at, and let us take extra special care of you. Another one might be, we invite you to contact our store manager at, and let us know how we can correct this and give you a first-class experience again. Another way you could say it would be, we'd like to give you a special package for your inconvenience. Call us today. So this is a way to reward them without giving the reward up front. So you can use this 3-step response template to not only respond to bad reviews online, But if a customer comes to you with a complaint, you can use this as well to be able to disarm them and turn that bad experience into a great experience. So let's do a quick review about your reputation marketing strategy and your role inside of it. First of all, remember we talked about developing that 5-star reputation. And you can play an active role in order to incentivize and encourage customers that you work with to go and actually put a great review about their experience online, and specifically to put it inside your private review page. The second step is to take those reviews and be able to market them, and you can play an active role by being able to use those reviews and think of creative ways to leverage that for the sales and marketing process. Now, step 3 was to be able to manage that reputation, and that means to respond to both good and bad reviews. And remember, again, I can't express enough how these great response templates can be used in interacting when a client has a bad experience as well, before it gets escalated and they go online and leave a bad review. And then fourth is to create a reputation marketing culture. For you to take an active role in communicating with your staff, with your management, with other key employees, to be able to, for them to understand and compare notes about keeping a reputation marketing mindset and knowing that the way that you treat your customers today is the reason you're going to get another customer tomorrow. Is just hundreds, if not thousands, are going online to find companies like you to be able to do business with. And they're looking for the most reputable company. And we want that company to be you. So here are some key points to take away from this training. 1, you have a major role to play in your company's reputation marketing. 2, always respond to both good and bad reviews, and know that not all reviews are going to be online. They're going to be customers talking to you face to face, and you want to be able to have a response outline to respond to all types of reviews, both good and bad. And then lastly, your company is only one customer away from a bad reputation online. So you want to make sure that you build a reputation marketing culture and engage other staff and other members of your team to make sure that they're responding to customers and giving a first-class service to them. So we want to thank you for watching. We hope that you've learned a tremendous amount about building a great online reputation and the facets of great reputation marketing and your role inside of that.